The meet time is 4:03. It is currently 4:03. We will be started promptly with the girls and the boys running the 4x8 together. We will run the 4x8s together. They'll start at 4:30 along with all field events. If you're an athlete, please make sure you check in with your field event judge. Give them your competitor number.
A phone has been found in the boys' bathroom. If you've lost your phone, you can come up to the press box and claim it. A phone found in the boys' bathroom.
If you would turn your attention to the middle of the field, we will take time to quick honor our seniors here. Seniors, stand on up. As I call your name, walk forward to the AL. Up first, we have senior Gotch Bohr. Parents, Nyabane and Rit. Gotch has been out for track for 2 years, generally runs the 100 and 200. He just does track, and next year he'll be headed off to college. Next up, we have Carson Gardner. Parents of Serena and Brian. Carson's been out for track for 3 years, primarily runs the 200 and the 4x2 long jump. Carson is headed off to Riverland Community College and is majoring as an electrician construction program. He's also involved in basketball. Thank you, Carson. Next up, we have Charlie Irvine, also known as Chuck. Chuck Truck. Parents, Troy and Christine. Charlie's been out for 6 years, run the long jump, the triple jump, the hurdles, sprints. He's also in football and basketball. He'll be attending Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa, to major in strength and conditioning and playing football and running track. Andrew Scholl. Parents, Joe and Molly. He's been out for 6 years, generally runs the mile, the 2 mile, the 800, the 4x4, the 4x8. He's involved in FCA, cross country, National Honor Society, and Link Crew. Andrew's going to be attending Bethel next year, studying finance and statistics, and continuing to run cross country and track and field. Next up, we have Gabby Tufty. Gabby's parents are Dan and Ruby. She's been out for track for 3 years, runs the 200 shot put and discus. She's also involved in choir. She's going to Riverland next year to complete generals, and then will be transferring to the University of Minnesota to pursue a degree in history education. Next up, we have Ivory Davenport. Parents Summer and Haley. Been out for track for 3 years, competing in shot put and discus. Ivory will be attending Winona State for exercise science. Next up, we have Peyton Earl. Peyton's parents are Todd and Heather. Peyton's been in for track for 3 years. He competes generally in the 400, 4x4, 4x2. He's also involved in football. He's going to be attending Concordia College Moorhead and playing football while working towards his nursing degree. Next up, we got John Hartman. John Hartman, parents Bo and Jody. He's been out for track for 2 years, runs the mile and the 2 mile. He plays soccer and basketball as well. John will be attending Patrick Henry College and studying strategic intelligence and national security and playing soccer. Way to keep our nation safe. Next up, we have Alicia. Alicia's parents are Allison and Jacob. She's been out for track for 3 years. What does she run? Anything short distance. She's involved in dance team as well, and she's going to be going to Winona for radiography as well. Next up, we have Lainey Music. Parents Bill and Brenda. She's been out for track for 2 years. She runs the 100 and the 200. She's also on the Albert Lee dance team and is involved in FCA. She is attending Arizona State University and majoring in business and communication. We've got Sayu. Parents Mumu and Papo. Mom's name is Milgros. 4 years he's been out for track, run the 100 and the 200. He's also involved in FCA, Tiger Vision, Access, Aspire, FCA leadership. Sayu's headed off to the University of Minnesota, Rochester for biology. Next up, we have the one and the only Lex, Alessandro Salvador Caramani. Lex has been involved in track for 2 years, runs the 100 and the 200. He plays the clarinet as well. Lex's plans are to join the National Guard to go to basic training over the summer and later go to college to become a gym teacher. Next up, we got Tristan Kamel, parents Sarah and Monet. 5 years in track. Tristan is involved in the long jump, the triple jump, relays, 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, even the 400. Tristan is headed to the University of Minnesota for civil engineering. We have Andy DeBow. Andy's parents are Nancy and Mike. He's been out for track for 1 year. He's enjoyed running the 400, the 4x4, and the 800. He is also involved in FFA and soccer. He's headed to River Falls to get a degree in precision agriculture. We've also got Desmond Smith, parents Danny and Maria. He's been out for track 1 year. He runs the 100, 200, and the 4x1. He's involved in basketball, pickleball, and disc golf. And he's going to go get his generals at Riverland next year. We've also got Noah McGaffey, parents Josh and Kelly. He's been out for track for 5 years. He generally runs the 800-mile and 2-mile. He's also involved in cross country. He's going to be headed off to Riverland next year, and he's going to be pursuing a degree as an automotive mechanic. We've also got Isaiah Anderson. Isaiah Anderson has been out for track for 6 years, competing in the 100, 200, 400. He is headed off, I believe, to Riverland to study graphic design, we're going to say. Give it up for Isaiah. Jackson Sargent. Jackson has been out for track for 2 years. Jackson has been a thrower for us around the 4x2 last year, but competes generally in the shot put and the discus. Jackson has enjoyed his experience in track and field. Has also been involved in football, maybe even a little bit of basketball. I can't remember for sure. Plans next year? I don't quite know. Next up, we got Axel. Axel's been out for track for 3 years. Axel runs the 800, the mile, and the 4x8 and the 2-mile. Axel has also been involved in other sports such as cross country and basketball. Axel is headed off next year to a college to go and learn. Give it up for our seniors, everybody. We thank this crew. They've been wonderful.
Second call for the 4x800 meter relay, and you'll be clerking down by the finish line.
Should I kill their mic when they're not announcing?
Given Saw, if you could report to the finish line. Given Saw. We'll begin in about 5 minutes. At this time, if you could please rise, face to the west, the flag. Pull and give it, bring to us. Testing. Try here.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Final call for all field events and 4x800 meter relay. If you are looking for live results, I'm currently going to go post them right on that tower as well as by the concession stand. They are a mile split. You can go to mile split and look up live results or take a picture of the QR code.
This will be the first call for the girls' 100-meter hurdles. They will clerk down at the start of the 100-meter hurdle race.
If there is an Owatonna Boys 4x8, please report. If there is an Owatonna Boys 4x8, please report. Again, there is a QR code for you, a QR code at the concession stand, as well as on one of the light towers for the results, live results at Mile.Split.
Second call for the girls' 100-meter hurdles, and first call for the boys' 110-meter height hurdles. Final call for the girls' 100-meter hurdles, and if we could have help with those hurdles on the track, that would be great. And second call for the boys' 110-meter high hurdles.
Hurdle should be on the gold and should be on the second notch up. So not the bottom, but one notch up from the bottom. Gold, one notch up from the bottom.
third and final call for the boys' 110-meter high hurdles. First call for the 100-meter dash.
So we should have another set of hurdles at the beginning. So, yep, Doug's got it. So those hurdles can move forward to the blue, and 2 notches up. Thank you, those of you who contributed to our booster drive. We did buy some new hurdles, as you can see. We got about a third of what we needed, and they are pretty.
In the girls' 4x800 meter relay, in second place was Owatonna, and winning the 4x800 meter relay in a time of 10:44.81 was the team from Faribault. If we could have some help removing the hurdles. This is third call for the 100 meter dash. First call for the 4x200 meter relay. In the boys' 4x800 meter relay, in second place was Owatonna, and winning the boys' 4x800 meter relay in the boys' 4x800 meter relay, in second place was Faribault, and winning the boys' 4x800 meter relay in a time of 9:52.96 was the team from Albert Lee. Results of the girls' 100 meter hurdles. In fourth place from Faribault was Surprise Sunpan. In third place from Faribault was Aubrey Paul. Second place from Owatonna was Patricia Procopio. And winning the girls' 100 meter hurdles from Owatonna in a time of 17.15 was Harper Coleman.
Getting ready for the second section of the girls' 100-meter dash. There they go. Owatonna currently out in the lead. And close finish there. Setting up for third section of girls 100-meter dash. In lane 1, we have Bianca Rodriguez from Albert Lee. Lane 2, Jocelyn Pogue from Faribault. Lane 3, Hazel Hernandez from Faribault. Lane 4, Peyton Peterson, Owatonna. 5, Zuri Toll, Owatonna. 6, Charlie Ewell, Owatonna. 7, Alaya Edwards from Owatonna. And lane 8, Addison Willart from Owatonna. There's the runners, Owatonna pulling out in front.
Results of the boys' 110-meter high hurdles. In fourth place from Albert. In fourth place from Albert Lee was Given Saw. Third place from Albert Lee was Titus Hartman. Second place from Owatonna was Josiah Thompson. And winning the 110-meter high hurdles was Lucas Ginsky from Owatonna in a time of 15.61.
Setting up now for the fourth section of the girls' 100-meter. In lane 1, we have Gabby Tufty, Albert Lee. Lane 2, Keisha Cirillo Reyes from Faribault. Lane 3, Giovanna Schwartz, Faribault. 4, Zoe Cohen, Faribault. 5, Marcela Garcia, Faribault. 6, Lauren Petchak, Owatonna. Lane 7, Perlin Bodel, Owatonna. And lane 8, Megan Scala from Owatonna. Owatonna once again pulling out in front, closely followed by Faribault. Now setting up for the fifth section of the girls' 100-meter dash. On lane 3, we have Olivia Winkle from Owatonna. Lane 4, Adeline Miller, Owatonna. Lane 5, Brooke Steele, from Owatonna. Lane 6, Sophia Medina, Owatonna. Lane 7, Mara Oakland from Owatonna. And lane 8, Kaif Ali from Owatonna. Here they go with the very Owatonna-filled crowd. Pulling out in front there, lane 8, I believe. Setting up now for the 6th and final section of the girls' 100-meter dash. We have in lane 4, Stacia Christensen from Albert Lee. Lane 5, Tresser Mint from Albert Lee. Lane 6, Charlie Herdalo from Albert Lee. Lane 7, Abigail Thiel from Owatonna. And lane 8, Clara Balzer from Owatonna. Here they go now. Very close up at the front there between Owatonna and Albert Lee. Currently between Herdalo and Thiel. And very close finish there. Good job to all girls 100-meter dash runners. And
Second call for the 4x200 meter relay. First call for the 1600 meter run.
great job all around. Now setting up for the boys 100-meter dash. Out in front, it's very close between Albert Lee and Owatonna. Now, excuse me, now setting up for the second section of the boys 100-meter dash. And here we go. Out in front, Owatonna and Albert Lee. Owatonna appears to be pulling ahead. And you'll have to forgive my lateness to the lineup for these last two. Was waiting to get them in here. Our runners for that previous section, Section 2, were in Lane 1, Jaden Nopick from Owatonna. Lane 2, Tristan Campbell from Albert Lee. Lane 3, Thomas Coons from Faribault. Lane 4, Jack Hawkins from Owatonna. Lane 5, Ryan Clark, Faribault. Lane 6, Victor Cruz, Owatonna. Lane 7, Kyle Mason, Faribault. Lane 8, Saw You from Albert Lee. And your runners for Section 1 of the boys 100-meter dash were Lane 1, Vincent Chavez from Owatonna. Lane 2, Carson Gardner, Albert Lee. Lane 3, Logan Nelson, Faribault. Lane 4, Deacon Torbor from Owatonna. Lane 5, Isaiah Anderson Pitchford, Albert Lee. Lane 6, Benedict, you'll have to excuse me, DeJerlindo from Owatonna. Lane 7, Micah Cox from Faribault. And Lane 8, Aiden Boss from Albert Lee. Now setting up for the third section of the boys 100-meter dash, we have Lane 1.
Once again, if you were looking for live results, there's a QR code at the concession stand and on the west light pole. You can scan that to get a mile split to the live results.
Lane 1, Evan Gunter from Owatonna. Lane 2, Peyton Michaels, Albert Lee. Lane 3, Jasper Christensen, Faribault. Lane 4, Nolan Johnson, Owatonna. Lane 5, Jacob Brown, Owatonna. Lane 6, Gotch Bohr, Albert Lee. Lane 7, Jared Madrigal, Albert Lee. And Lane 8, Shooter Bohr from Albert Lee. And there goes the runners. Pulling out in front, Owatonna.
Results of the girls 100-meter dash. In fourth place was Gianna Monaco from Faribault. In third place was Lily Elmer from Albert Lee. In second place was Lauren Kohler from Owatonna. And winning the 100-meter dash in a time of 13.75 from Owatonna was Finley Roloff.
Now setting up for the fourth section of the boys 100-meter dash, we have in lane 1, Jack Barkowick from Owatonna. Lane 2, Adric Calderon from Albert Lee. Lane 3, Liam King, Faribault. Lane 4, Donnie Jones, Owatonna. 5, Grayson Rhodes, Owatonna. 6, Yerskeldy Mukanov from Owatonna. 7, Devin Novak, Owatonna. And 8, Noah Johnson from Albert Lee. There goes the runners with Owatonna leading the pack. Now preparing for the fifth and final section of the boys 100-meter dash. In lane 1, we're going to have Samuel Hayes, Owatonna. Lane 2, Mason Grob Drake, Faribault. Lane 3, Henry Westrom, Albert Lee. Lane 4, Brody Flatland, Owatonna. Lane 5, Diego Flores, Owatonna. Lane 6, Con Dupe, Albert Lee. Lane 7, Vince Christensen, Owatonna. And Lane 8, Grant Stockwell, Albert Lee. There goes our runners. Owatonna leading the pack, closely followed in the middle there by Faribault and Albert Lee. Excuse me, I believe I mentioned that might be the final section. I was wrong. Now setting up for section 6 of the boys 100-meter dash. In lane 1, we have Dario Rodriguez from Albert Lee. Lane 2, Easton Rivet, Faribault. Lane 3, Ridwan Muhammad from Owatonna. Lane 4, Landon Thomas, Faribault. Lane 5, Colton Peterson, Owatonna. And lane 6, Dalton Corbel from Faribault. Now setting up for the 7th section of the boys 100-meter dash. In lane 3, we have Christian.
Final call for the 4x200 meter relay, second call for the 1600 meter run, and first call for the 100 meter relay.
Lane 3, we have Christian Cords from Albert Lee. Lane 4, we have Reed Hattie from Owatonna. Lane 5, we have Benjamin Lawland from Owatonna. And lane 6, Aiden Gersdorf from Owatonna.
We are at our 4x2. We appreciate Coach Main and Coach Stelter over there securing the exchange zones. We are red to red, red to red, and then gold to gold. We have a red flag. And we are a white flag up here and at the exchange. Mr. Starter, thank you.
Now setting up for the girls 4x200. For your first section of the girls 4x200 meter relay, in lane 2, you have Albert Lee. Lane 3, Owatonna. Lane 4, Albert Lee Team B. Lane 5, Faribault. And lane 6, Albert Lee Team C.
Third call for the 1,600 meter run, second call for the 4x100 meter relay, and first call for the 400 meter dash.
Thank you, Coach Stelter, again for enduring the wind over there. We got a
Setting up now for the boys 4x200 meter relay. Lane 2, we have Albert Lee. Lane 3, Owatonna. Lane 4, Albert Lee Team B. And lane 5, Owatonna Team B.
wasn't for sure. Got a red flag, got red flag still. Thank you, Coach Stelter. We got white flags all the way around.
Now running the girls 1600 meter run.
Results of the girls 4x200 meter relay. In second place was Albert Lee, and winning the 4x200 meter relay for the girls was the team from Owatonna in a time of 2:02.21.
Once again, we are excited to have this 75-degree day. The wind is a challenge. Thanks for battling that. Athletes are doing a great job with it. Just again, I want to remind you there are live results on mile split. If you want to see those and access them quickly, there's a QR code right at the concession stand as well as on the light pole on the west side of the stadium.
Results of the boys 4x200 meter relay. In second place was Owatonna, and winning the boys 4x200 meter relay in a time of 1:34.91 was the team from Albert Lee. Results of the boys 100-meter dash. In fourth place was Micah Cox from Faribault. In third place, Vincent Chavez from Owatonna. In second place was Deacon Torapor from Owatonna. And winning the boys 100-meter dash in a time of 11.59 from Albert Lee was Aiden Boss.
Now setting up for the boys 1600-meter run.
Third call for the 4x100-meter relay. Second call for the 400-meter dash. And first call for the 300-meter hurdles.
Once again, if you're looking for any live results, you can search the QR code that's at the concession stand or on the light pole on the west side of the stadium. Or go to MileSplit and search Meets in Minnesota under live results, and you should find Albert Lee right there. We have the 4x100 meter relay after this. Just a reminder, Faribault coaches, if you could take that exchange 3. Faribault coaches, if you could take exchange 3. Owaton's got exchange 2. Albert Lee, exchange 1. Okay, we got exchange zone judges at 1 and at 2. We see that red flag up. Thank you, Coach Stelter. Do we have a Faribault coach at 3? There we go. Red flags up. In this heat, we will have Albert Lee in lane 2, Owatonna in lane 3, Faribault in lane 4, Albert Lee in lane 5, Owatonna in lane 6, and Faribault in lane 7. That second leg should be a fast leg, a fun one to watch.
The best box gate at the bottom.
We are white flags all the way around, it looks like. White flags. Thank you, starter.
There goes our runners.
Can all the girls shot putters please report to their shot put, and all the boys discus can report out to discus.
Thank you, exchange zone judges. Coach Stelter, we got a white flag there. Faribault, we got a white flag on on the third exchange. We are still red at the first, I'm gonna get set up. And we are white. Thank you, starter, we're all white.
Now setting up for the boys 4x100 meter relay. In lane 2, we have Albert Lee. Lane 4, Faribault. Lane 5, Albert Lee Team B. Lane 6, Owatonna Team B. Lane 7, Faribault Team B. And Lane 8, Albert Lee Team C.
Result of the girls' 1,600 meter run. In fourth place was Shea Battles from Faribault. In third place was Rue Kopp from Owatonna. Second place was Sophia Qualley from Owatonna. And winning the 1,600 meter run in a time of 6:05.59 from Albert Lee. Congratulations, Ellie Schultz. Would the Albert Lee triple jump helpers please report? Albert Lee triple jump helpers. Second call for the 300 meter hurdles and first call for the 800 meter run.
Set up now for the girls 400 meter dash. For the first section in lane 1, we have Gabriela Navarro from Owatonna. Lane 2, Hannah Peterson, Faribault. 3, Bryn Beardsley, Faribault. 4, McKenna Carlson, Owatonna. 5, Brielle Goodnature, Owatonna. 6, Kelsey Scala, Owatonna. And 7, Mega Scala, Owatonna.
Athletes, if you are near the finish line by the high jump area, if you could move back. The starter is looking to get started. Athletes, if you are at the finish line, please move back.
Just got an update. Lane 8 is Taylor Havelka from Owatonna.
Results of the boys' 1,600-meter run. In fourth place, we have Liam Connor from Faribault. In third place, Lowell Schultz from Owatonna. In second place, Eric Flores from Faribault. And winning the boys' 1,600-meter run in a time of 4:48.79 from Owatonna was Grayson Slatsby.
Now setting up for the second section of the girls 400-meter dash. In lane 2, currently we have Daphne Ling from Owatonna. Lane 3, Paige McGrath, Owatonna. Lane 4, Kaya Espinoza, Owatonna. Lane 5, Daji Trevino, Owatonna. And lane 6, Charlie Schroeder, Albert Lee. Now getting ready for the boys 400-meter dash.
Third call for the girls' 300-meter hurdles, and you'll check in at the start of the 300-meter hurdle race. Result of the girls 4x100 meter relay. In second place was Albert Lee, and winning the girls 4x100 meter relay was a team from Owatonna in a time of 56.27. Result of the boys 4x100 meter relay. In second place was Albert Lee, and winning the boys 4x100 meter relay in a time of 45.02 was the team from Owatonna.
Albert Lee Hurdle Crew. Albert Lee Hurdle Crew. That includes some sprinters, some junior high kids. We got some hurdles spread out. After we get done with the 400, wait for my call and we will get those hurdles set up.
And there goes the second section of the boys 400 meter dash.
Okay, we are ready for those hurdles. Hurdle crew, we are ready for those hurdles. All the way down on the red marks. All the way down on the red marks.
This will be your second call for the 800 meter run and first call for the 200 meter dash.
Thank you, junior high athletes, for heading on out there. All 100, 200 runners for Albert Lee. You guys can help as well. Thanks for getting those set up. Great work, guys. Again, all the way down on red, all the way down on red.
Results of the girls' 400-meter dash. In fourth place was Hannah Peterson from Faribault. In third place was Gabrielle Navarro from Owatonna. In second place was Bryn Beardsley from Faribault. And winning the girls' 400-meter dash in a time of 104.59 from Owatonna was Kelsey Scala.
Yep, good job, guys. We need 6 more hurdles over there. Looks like we got 4 or 5. There we go. Nice job, guys. Bring them over. Thank you. And all the way down, 30 inches.
Results of the boys' 400-meter dash. In fourth place was Tanner Taghan from Faribault. In third place was Andrew Jacott from Owatonna. Second place was Anderson DeBow from Albert Lee. And winning the boys' 400-meter dash in a time of 50.58 from Owatonna was Jordan Gleason.
Now setting up for the girls' 300-meter hurdles for Section 1 in Lane 2, Emily Troster from Albert Lee. Lane 3, Lily Elmer, Albert Lee. Lane 4, Harper Coleman, Owatonna. Lane 5, Aubrey Paul, Faribault. Lane 6, Grace Mitchell, Owatonna. And Lane 7, Stella Carlin from Faribault.
Hurdle crew, we have 2 heats of the girls, and then at that point we will move them up. So 2 heats.
Now setting up for the second section. In lane 2, Emma Hess from Owatonna. Lane 3, Ella Reichs, Owatonna. Lane 4, Isla Bollinger, Albert Lee. Lane 5, Patricia Procopia from Owatonna. Lane 6, Audrey Gustafson, Albert Lee. Lane 7, Gracie Randall, Owatonna. And Lane 8, JC Smith, Owatonna.
Yep, all hurdles should be moved up 2 notches. All hurdles up 2 notches. Should be at 36, 36.
That just means you buy them and then eat them before you take them in.
What's that?
You buy them, but eat them before they get them.
Great job, hurdle crew. Thank you for your help.
Now setting up for the boys 300-meter hurdles. Current lineup for the first section is lane 1. Giandi Bermudez Estrada from Albert Lee. Lane 2, Zachary Muhammad from Owatonna. Lane 3, Noel Yanes, Albert Lee. Lane 4, Carter Brown, Faribault. Lane 5, Lee Smith, Owatonna. Lane 6, Josiah Thompson, Owatonna. Lane 7, Given Saw, Albert Lee. And Lane 8, Gabriel Fifo.
Third
from
call for the
Owatonna.
800-meter run. Second call for the 200-meter dash, which will be clerked by the start of the 200. And first call for the 3,200-meter run. Hurdle crew, if you could help get the hurdles off the track, we'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. I have the results of the girls' 300-meter hurdles. In fourth place was Lily Elmer from Albert Lee. In third place was Grace Mitchell from Owatonna. In second place was Aubrey Paul from Faribault. And winning the girls' 300-meter hurdles in a time of 50.07 from Owatonna was Harper Coleman.
Now onto the girls' 800-meter run. And there goes the runners. Out in front, we have Faribault, closely followed by Albert Lee and Owatonna. Faribault remaining in front, closely followed by Owatonna as we come towards the end of the first lap here.
Results of the boys' 300-meter hurdles. In fourth place was Noel Yanis from Albert Lee. In third place was Given Saw from Albert Lee. In second place was Lee Smith from Owatonna. And winning the boys' 300-meter hurdles in a time of 44.05 from Owatonna was Josiah Thompson.
Now setting up for the second heat of the girls' 800-meter run. Now setting up for the boys 800-meter run.
Final call for the 200, and they are clerking over at the start of the 200. 200. Second call for the 3200 and first call for the 4x4 relay. Results of the girls' 800-meter run. In fourth place was Maggie Schultz from Albert Lee. In third place was Bryn Beardsley from Faribault. In second place was Clara Meyer from Owatonna. And winning the girls' 800-meter run in a time of 2:30.20 from Owatonna was Leah Lechner.
Now setting up for the girls 200-meter dash. The lane lineup for the first section that is just wrapping up here. In lane 1, Jordan Earl from Albert Lee. Lane 2, Lauren Kohler, Owatonna. Lane 3, Tavia Corbell, Faribault. Lane 4, Madeline Quintona, Albert Lee. Lane 5, Aaliyah Edwards, Owatonna. Lane 6, Gianna Monaco, Faribault. Lane 7, Charlie Ewell, Owatonna. And Lane 8, Adava Warrington from Albert Lee. Now setting up for the second section. In lane 1, Abigail Miller, Albert Lee. Lane 2, Daphne Ling, Owatonna. Lane 3, Bianca Rodriguez, Albert Lee. Lane 4, Kaya Espinoza, Owatonna. Lane 5, Lauren Pachakek. Lane 6, Perlin Bodel, Owatonna. Lane 7, Zuri Toll, Owatonna. And Lane 8, Megan Scala, Owatonna. Now getting ready for the third section of the girls 200 meter dash. In lane 2, Allison Liebsch from Albert Lee. Lane 3, Tresser Mayant from Albert Lee. Lane 4, Mara Oakland, Owatonna. Lane 5, Clara Balzer, Owatonna. Lane 6, Abigail Thiel, Owatonna. And Lane 7, Adeline Miller from Owatonna.
Results of the boys' 800-meter run. In fourth place was Asher Bremer from Albert Lee. In third place was Eric Flores from Faribault. In second place was Dawson Levy from Owatonna. And winning the 800-meter run with a time of 2:03.31 from Owatonna was our own Micah Gens.
Now setting up for the fourth section of the girls 200-meter dash. In lane 3, Gabby Tufty from Albert Lee. Lane 4, Olivia Winkle from Owatonna. Lane 5, Cave Ali from Owatonna. And lane 6, Surprise Sunpin from Faribault. Now setting up for the boys 200-meter dash.
Once again, there was a phone found in the boys' bathroom. If you're missing a phone, you might want to come up to the press box and see if you can see if this is yours. Results of the girls' 200-meter dash. In fourth place was Charlie Ewell from Owatonna. In third place was Tavia Corbell from Faribault. In second place was Gianna Monaco from Faribault. And winning the girls' 200-meter dash in a time of 28.52 from Owatonna was Lauren Kohler. If you have lost a pair of earbuds, we have those up in the press box also. If you can come up and identify them, we'll get them back to you.
All right.
Second call for the 4x400 meter relay.
Hopefully you can hear me. I am Jay Paul back from the softball game. I lost to Owatonna 7-2 at the turf field. And the boys were trailing 7-3. No, it was 10-7 now in the sixth inning up in Owatonna for baseball. Anyway, Connor, go ahead. Do what you were doing.
Alrighty, sounds good. So
Got a race going. Looks like Albert Lee's up in front.
yeah, up now we have the girls 2 mile, or, well, that's what it says on the board, but that appears to be mixed.
Yeah, a
so
little
currently we
mixed,
have the 2 mile going, and let's leave it at that. Currently waiting to see updated lane lists, but out in front it appears as though we do have Albert Lee holding the first couple positions, closely followed by Faribault.
Yeah, Terrible just took over third. How have we been doing so far today?
I'd say pretty good. Very strong showings all around. Each team seems to really have its forte,
Yeah.
and you can kind of tell by who tends to lead the pack. But this one's pretty evenly split, so that's nice to see.
Well, it's good that the boys are going to state. First time in 35 years.
Yeah. Wow. Had not realized it had
You know,
been
they-
that long.
Had a couple of guys go last year, Charlie Irvine and was it Andy or no? Which? Andrew Scholl. One of the Scholl boys went to state last year, and anyway, they're good.
Yeah, no doubt.
But now the whole boys team going, so that'll be fun. Come down to the end of all the sports for school year here.
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
I am a junior, so
Oh wow, you're gonna be a big senior next year.
yes. Wrapping up junior year and kind of getting into prepping everything for summer and going into senior year. So
What?
that's-
Are you in any sports?
play tennis when I can. Though it's been about a year since I was last on the team.
No.
But other than that, no, mostly an arts kid.
I didn't even do anything with your camera, Farron. I failed. I've been.
Yeah, no doubt. Visibility has been a special occasion.
Hey, Farron, move that. Move that.
Out in front looks like Andrew Scholl
That's
from Albert
Andrew
Lee.
Scholl in the 2 mile, running a nice time with this tough wind. Andrew will be running the mile and the 2 mile on Saturday at the True Team State Championships. Albert Lee boys qualifying for the first time in 35 years. Nice job, boys.
So we always expect a big audience for track and field.
Yes, yes, no doubt. I remember last year during the Big Nine Conference, which was hosted here in Albert Lee.
It's the biggest.
Yes, it was a solid 10-hour event just for the people up here, let alone the runners who had been preparing and getting up super early to get here, and all the volunteers helping out at concessions or to rake the pits or set up hurdles. At such a big event like that, I mean, so many people are needed behind the scenes. It's really impressive. And even at a meet such as this with a triangular, you always got to have these moving parts, otherwise it would fall apart.
These are leaders, basically.
Andrew Scholl was out in front, but I,
Oh, he's way up there.
yeah. And then I believe followed by Axel Calderon in second, I believe, and Faribault following them.
Person is, so I just.
Okay. There's all the way across. The way about these laughing people. Longer runs, I would imagine. I can't believe people have legs and stuff.
Well, I mean, with the wind, it can be a bit brisk.
Bit of a chill. I have a light jacket, but now I'm starting to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut in the 70s. Then we got all the farmers' topsoil moving from county to county. Here comes Scholl again, lapping into it.
Indeed, indeed. And from my experience, the 2 mile usually runs around the 8 to 10 minute mark, so I believe we're coming in somewhat close to the final stretch here.
It's so long, it's like, doesn't matter.
Tell, the race continues, guys. There's 2 or 3 out there. You guys see this
Indeed, indeed.
So that's what you would do, but first you would back it up. So that way you have a safe copy, it can't change. So you would back up and then you would pair
How many events
do that, you would ask you
Looking at this, seeing as it appears to be the combined 3,200, after this, I think we have the 4x400 meter relay, and that might be the last event of the night. I'm not sure how the field part of track and field is doing. I know jumps look like they're concluding soon. But
beginning some final results from our years.
yes.
And I know that discus was still having it around.
oh, for the field events? Oh, we could make that change the next time. Sure, yes, we could, we could easily do that. Easily.
Does Isaiah really just go by Anderson?
I don't know how they figured out.
We
how to
don't.
organize it. Tough triangulars and then this was the big 9. My God, that's 12.
Results
no
of the
doubt.
boys' 200 meter dash. In fourth place was Thomas Kunze from Faribault. In third place was Tanner Taghon from Faribault. In second place was Aiden Boss from Albert Lee. And winning the boys' 200 meter dash in a time of 23.85 was Isaiah Anderson from Albert Lee.
Very good. Another winner.
I think we have about 13. 1, 7, I think 7 and 4, so I think 11.
Anyone else
So the 2 mile, I believe 4 laps in a mile. So 8 total. Yeah, no doubt. And I think, oh gosh, yes. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I can only imagine the work that has to go into this just to not essentially faint out on that. No doubt.
I will say that tonight we were really strapped for workers, and so I really appreciate it.
And I think we're probably coming up around the 7th to 8th lap here. Maybe.
Jerry Egermont? Yeah. Yep, that's just the way they are.
I was just like, oh my gosh, get out of my way.
And I believe I might have found him.
Oh yeah, he's going around the far corner. Over by the house. See if they ring the bell for him as he passes. Looks like he's gonna lap the whole field because this Albert Lee runner was in second for us.
Yes, yes.
He's gonna lap the entire field.
It's 9:58, 9:59, see him on there.
So I'd say probably a solid 1 or 2 more
Final
laps for
call
the rest of the runners.
4x400 meter
And
relay.
that might be the end of our 3200. No doubt, no doubt. And honestly, all things considered for a triangular, considering we started at about 4:10, I'd say we're making some pretty good time.
As you see that everybody else finishing here, or at least maybe getting on their last lap.
No, he said he had to work on some failing projects.
Coming around, it looks like the runner Axel Calderon has pulled back out of third into what may be second, though I'll admit I'm losing track a little bit. No doubt. Yep, and here we have starting, the remainder of the runners behind Andrew coming in here.
Some guys really put on a nice trying to pick up as many spots as you can. Beat your time, not a lot of personal records.
No doubt, no doubt. In keeping up with some of my friends who are even running today, I've heard new personal records all around. Yes, yes.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. You got hopes from Cass.
There's always some stragglers that are a lap or two down, but hey, they finish, which is important. I can say for myself. I have high regard for all the events. From first to last, because they're doing the work. Not everybody can be fast.
And as I look out and about onto the wider stadium today, it is appearing to settle down. I mean, shot put is pretty empty. Triple jump only has a couple jumpers left. And, coming down on one of the last events for main section, and even looking out at discus, it's looking like it's starting to clear out. So really, winding down the day. Seeming pretty, throughout the day, I'd also say this is definitely an endurance challenge, not just in the sense of each race, but, between events, you don't just put one person on every event and run it like that. You have people run multiple events. So, in the time that someone's doing a, relay, 1 or 2 events later, they're running a 2 mile. So,
Between, they're getting themselves ready, refueling somehow, stretching.
yes. So, not just a physical challenge, but also the mental endurance of these athletes is very impressive.
Not sure if she's in her last effort. She's got that kind of
I believe that is Alize Kratz. And that would be the end for her.
Yep. Sure.
their last track and field event of the year.
Yeah.
We have baseball Thursday. The boys were losing 10-7 after 4 up in Arizona today, but we got and Saturday, a softball doubleheader at 11 a.m. It says noon on the schedule, but it's going to start at 11 a.m. We have some golf events coming up too. The girls' Big Nine golf conference golf event at the 19th, and then on the 22nd, which is graduation day, there's the boys' invite. I've been assured they'll be done before graduation. We're doing graduation. A bunch of girls on it. Final event. Girls and then the boys. The longer ones are mixed. Is that what they do?
I am.
Thank you for coming out and enduring the win tonight, enjoying the meet. Some great performances despite the win. We are to our final event, the girls 4x400 meter relay and the boys 4x400 meter relay.
Mr. Gens, who you just heard there, said it himself, heading on to the 4x400 girls relay. I believe so. Yeah, no doubt. That is a good question.
My result for my start list as Jasmine gets the ones on there. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I mean, Friday night I'll go home and I'll be able to sleep a little bit, and then I'll be able to sleep on Saturday. Get up, come down here, be here.
Start there 4x4 and 400.
Take off around.
Them and wrap it up.
Take off around 12, 3, 12.
Another night.
And it'll be a long day, but just to say we're there, that's one thing that Jasmine and I was feel bad at the conference meet. Like I did really get to experience being down there a whole lot, but Jasmine, she was basically like doing.
I believe St. Michael, Albertville.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so she's excited to go there and enjoy the experience, and I am too.
Albertville and Albert Lee.
So.
That was double take when I see all that.
Way to go, guys.
I'm okay taking a year off.
Some of the boys out of the infield practicing the handoffs.
I'll admit, I don't think it'll be as tough next time we do it. I think just knowing what to expect is half the battle.
Got the girls all spread out here with their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the track is kind of an issue with all this stuff.
That's that a little bit. It was really going.
They're going to do it.
40 mile an hour wind.
Well, I hope they do for
That'll
this.
affect your time.
No doubt. I've, through the very thin glass separating us and the coach box here, I've been able to hear different ways that the wind is impacting or is able to impact these runners, and it's been very interesting to learn about.
Runners, high jumpers, pole vaulters. Well, everybody. Shot put. And
Yeah.
just and everything. With the wind.
And I think I do actually have the lineup for lanes here of the girls 4x400. Don't know the actual runners, but lane 2, Owatonna. 3 is Albert Lee. 4 is Owatonna Team B. 5, Albert Lee Team B. Lane 6, Faribault. And lane 7, Albert Lee Team C. No doubt.
Results of the girls' 3,200-meter run. In fourth place was Crystal Syme from Albert Lee. In third place was Alizé Krates from Albert Lee. In second place was Lauren Bittenbender from Faribault, and winning the 3,200 in a time of 13:26.67 was Kira O'Connor from Faribault.
If you could tell Coach Holt from Owatonna that Micah Gentz finished like, I don't know, 30th in the 200, you're only at 33 seconds. We just threw his name there because we couldn't come up with the Owatonna.
That's Lily Elmer.
So maybe
Elmer.
just send me a name or email or something, and I'll type it in next couple days.
Not classmate, but I know who she is.
I think we caught the open one. I think we already caught it.
Oh, I believe that's Owatonna. There's enough blue there.
Scratch, Micah, go ahead. You can take that.
My old eyes don't see across the track blue and green.
Oh, tell me about it. I have to use the screen behind us just to see
Results
what's
of the
going on
boys'
half the time.
3,200-meter run. In fourth place was Finn O'Connor from Faribault. In third place was Omar Abdi from Faribault. In second place was Axel Calderon from Albert Lee. And winning the boys' 3,200-meter run in a wonderful time of 10:26.07 was Andrew Scholl from Albert Lee.
Top two guys. Third leg of the 4x400, 2 Owatonna. Final leg coming. Handoff is successful for Owatonna. Here comes Albert. For that final lap. Trying to make up sheet, that's a wide gap between first and second, and second and third. Getting past it. At this point.
No doubt. With this final leg, I mean, it's really that you go, go, go. And while these gaps may close a little bit, we're halfway through this final lap with those first couple runners there, so.
And so it's like, when they come here, we basically have to come here with the order, and we got all the teams, we still get done by 9 o'clock, which isn't the worst thing.
By a wide.
Which also so happens to be over a wide margin to the other two Albert Lee runners.
Here's the third place finish for the Tigers.
Yes, yes.
Being here, Connor, I had a softball game. Wasn't able to follow you guys, but I came back and everything was looking good. So.
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Got to have some running around and Farron helping me make sure I can get everything set up here in order to have some names and some results pop up as we go. But once we got stuff set up, it was pretty much smooth sailing from there.
the finished project that I got back today. Yeah, I didn't win. But the teachers were voting on them, and I don't think that they like an off-the-shoulder sweater, so they're mostly old.
Well, the boys are taking the track. Quite a few guys.
Yeah, this may be a, well, it might be a, yeah. I'd say that looks about right for one, maybe two sections, but most likely one.
Enjoyable day for most people weren't just like cold.
No doubt. Looking here, it does look like there will be 2 heats of this, so. Yeah. First heat, we have Owatonna, Albert Lee, Faribault, and another set of Owatonna and Albert Lee runners in the lanes. So.
Once it goes, it goes. So, 4 laps, 1 lap each for each boys. And the ever popular, ever important passing of the time. That can make or break
It really can. I mean, it may seem like a small slip up, and it can be, but just taking that extra second or two to pass a baton can really impact the final performance and score as it adds up over the course of the laps. But just as equally, you know, a great pass and a strong lap can really, really set ahead.
stride. Yeah, then that's, yeah. I was thinking things that when you're at home with family, and somebody passes you something, just, you know, hands you, and you end up dropping. That always makes me think back to these guys. They're moving, running, doing it almost flawlessly. But they do it many times, dozens of times.
Hey, thank you for your
That was the longest one.
lots of exciting.
Good.
Staggered start, and Albert Lee was on the first one. He drove back home. It shakes out from stagger.
And looks like third, maybe into second here. First, wow. Actually, kind of an interesting trade where first dropped back to third and third right back up to first there. Closely followed by Owatonna now taking the third place there. First 4 are definitely pretty close though, and 5's not that far behind.
It's a nice size, though. Oh, yeah.
Now Owatonna, Albert Lee, Owatonna, soon to be Albert Lee, Owatonna, Owatonna. If you're right, they have a whole other leg. Entertain. I've been here for the last few races.
Thank you so much for continuing to do this.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, that he's got some pressure on him. And actually, I think in first there, I think that's Jason Michaels. No doubt. With something that close, it can be truly a difference of solid pass and then a strong and Faribault now coming into the third lap. Decent gap there. So
Basically 3 way up. 2 against 1 all the time over. Oh, no. Kick from our Albert Lee guy. Look, when I'm out on the highway, people get offended when I'm going to pass them when they speed up.
I do believe it is the final leg. So as we come in here, I mean, a strong push might be able to decide that second spot, but other than that, no doubt.
Might be able to get second. Close that gap.
No doubt, but really rounding out that bend, I mean, that first half there is, it can be very strong, but keeping that endurance the whole way through. And as we come in here, looks like Owatonna, Albert Lee, and Faribault are going to be our standings. Taking a little look here at the next section or leg of the 4x4. It's a very Owatonna-dominated lineup, with 4 lanes being Owatonna and lane 5 being the only non-Owatonna team with Albert Lee.
So the softball team lost 7-2 to Owatonna. And they beat our baseball team too, 11-7. So it's enough Owatonna. Let's have it over. Yeah, 11-7 baseball, 7-2 softball. Timberwolves in extra tonight.
Oh, who are they up against?
5 of the in San Antonio.
Ooh.
Series is tied 2-2, and in those cases, throughout history, the winner of Game 5 goes on to win the series 80-2. It's a very important game.
That is a good question. Tomorrow, all right. And looking like we have runners in position for what I believe is the final run of the day. And hoping for a good showing from everyone for this final race. It's been a good day all around. I've seen a lot of good runners. But yeah, fingers crossed that everything goes well, and looks like the starter's getting ready. So
Got his gun in the air. Waiting for somebody to get in to be starters at the Reynolds thing.
and there they go.
Results of the girls 4x400 meter relay. In second place was Albert Lee And winning the 4x400 meter relay was the team from Owatonna in a time of 4:27.34.
As we get about to the halfway mark of this first lap, Owatonna has pulled itself into second Albert Lee has pulled itself into second with Owatonna leading the pack currently. Yeah, Adric Calderon, little brother of Axel Calderon, who was running in the 2 mile earlier. No doubt, no doubt.
Twins, by the way, at home against Miami.
And oh my, impressive pass. Owatonna pulling way out in front there. But Albert Lee is kind of closing that gap. However, looks like they might.
You know, you wonder if they're running that fast or we're just used to seeing the other guys are running out of gas. Then they hand off, and then this guy has all the fuel to burn.
No doubt. Yeah, didn't really think about that. No doubt. Good sense of camaraderie.
Senior night tonight. Youth night over softball, and that was fun. Those little girls got to introduce their favorite players. Some of the offense was 50. So they get bats. They go out on the field with them and introductions, and it was fun. Third leg.
Out in front, there's Owatonna. And first 2 spots, actually, with Albert Lee sticking itself firmly in third here for these last couple legs. Yeah. You know, no matter what, I'd say it was probably going to be a solid chance that it would be Owatonna.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can push through, and then if it's just a cramp, that it'll go away, and if it's something more, he can get a little help, but still pushing pretty strong here. Yes. I know some of the jumpers today have gotten, spiked with their cleats, and always just can be very injury prone in these sports. Oh, I'd be shocked if you wouldn't. Yes. And third. And fourth is Albert Lee. With that gap is starting to grow. Yep, coming in here, Jackson Gaston. Yeah.
We'll hang out and get the results because I'm sure they'll have them fairly quickly. You get them on there.
I'm sure they'll be on the board before I get to see them, but this has been helpful for getting a lineup because it's not always given a paper from every coach. So
it does help that you know some of the runners. So
yes, no doubt.
I can guess, but that's what we needed was we could do more of these if we did them all. Because they do so well. A lot of people want them.
Okay, Cobalt.
Back to have so. Top
Big Nine. I am not shocked. That was I not too shabby.
Football, homecoming for Albert Lee last year was number one. Watched event in our 3 years history here.
I'm not shocked. I mean, we were on a very large winning streak, and we're set for potentially moving on in the season and doing very well and, hosting that homecoming. It was a very exciting event. A lot of people showed up.
Yeah, we had 3,724 members of that.
Oh, great job tonight. You're a huge help.
Against Fairmont last year.
Yeah, you are.
Football versus Wilmington third. Football versus Laverne was fourth. Football versus Waseca last year was fifth. And then the Tiger Girls 2025 hockey
Yeah,
final
that stupid
against Dodge County is sixth.
eagle eye thing.
Track and field Big Nine from last year.
Track
Seventh.
flash balls.
1,830. Tiger Girls Hockey 2026 section finals 8. Robotics tournament 9th in 2025. And Tiger Boys basketball against Northfield from February. Live history. As we await the final results of the final event and then Mr. Principal.
Yeah, that would be Mr. Gaston. Sure out to support his family, who some were running tonight, and also just to support his team. It's rare to have an event going on where you won't see him.
A lot of the folks, teachers, there's some event organizers. Amber Jensen does baseball and softball. Make sure everybody gets in and out of there, all right? And each sport has their people. It's too bad we can't watch Irvine on his triple jumps and stuff. He's a state level athlete, and they do it in the corner of it. It's really hard to get a camera on it.
Oh yeah, no doubt, especially that far out. I mean, I remember we were attempting to set something up for graduation last year, and it took a lot of trial and error to get stuff connected.
Graduation coming up on the 22nd. We'll have that for you. Last year we had 3, maybe 4 camera angles. See what we have in Lance, the owner of all of this. Alberta Live, Faribault Live, Northville Live, Mankato East Live, Mankato West Live. He heads that.
Well, they've expanded a fair bit since the last time I worked.
You know, and look at this expand to Rochester here and Byron.
Last time I did graduation, I sat out and ate McDonald's the whole time because I was an extra person, but it was fun.
Fingers crossed. And if
We don't see signs here. Time to go home, get something to eat.
no doubt, no doubt.
I get baked mac and cheese.
I'm going with manwich sandwiches. And Connor's not talking.
Not fair.
All right, I'm actually going to look. Oh, that might be results. Hold on. Nope, it was just updating for no reason.
Of course, while we're waiting, it's like a watch pot never boils. A launched announcer never never gets the results.
Very true. Very true. Things upcoming for broadcasting in the next couple weeks. Choir concert, if you're looking for something
Monday, yeah.
not sports. That's going on. Last one of the year.
The band last night, they were excellent, and the orchestra before that was good, too.
Yeah.
Played violin.
No doubt. No doubt.
Jonathan Streckard, who helps us out a lot on, has helped us the last, our first 3 years of broadcasting. He is in the band.
Yeah, plays trombone, I believe.
Yeah, he's state level, too. They had a lot of awards.
Our music program has always been pretty talented, but I'd say all the directors we have now have really built it up very well.
And she, even Miss Maurer last night, said that, I can't remember which one, it's the last one that played, she was very impressed with them. She's impressed with all of them, but she's very sure
The concert band.
because they've been lauded as best in program and several different.
Yeah, Big Nine Music, which was just a week or two ago over in Northfield, and solo ensemble contest where you perform in front of a judge and they critique you. Winners of Best in Sight. We had, from memory, I believe 4 just from Albert Lee.
Handful for sure, yeah. That's good.
Indeed, indeed. Really starting to thin out here.
I guess we don't have to wait for them because we saw what was on a link there. It's the only one Albert Lee team would be from, so we could wrap. If you got somewhere to go.
Oh, I've got time. I mean, I'm still on the clock.
That's true. There you go. Oh, sorry. I thought it was giving up. Everybody left? Maybe that's the case.
I know up on the board there we have, I can cross-reference the lanes and the positions. So Owatonna out in first with a time of 3:57.76. Also second with 4:04.33. Third with 4:19.02. Albert Lee was fifth with a time of 4:22.96, and Owatonna in sixth with a time of 4:35.83.
All right, good enough. We'll give it a wrap then. As we thank you for tuning in. We thank all of our sponsors who've been flying by there in the upper left corner. And for the track and field events put to rest here as they already did very well. Owatonna took us out in softball and baseball. And, upper hand, I think, here.
Left arm track season, end of school year. You could be.
Races. Push. He had 4-1. All right, I'm Jay Paul. Thank you very much, Connor, and thanks, Farron, all you did today, and we will be off until Thursday baseball, 5 o'clock. Mankato East at High Field here on AlbertlyLive.com.